Hello, Paul Harvey fans. Brad Dison here to introduce the next episode of The Rest of the Story. You know, training for any sporting event can be difficult. Coaches have to take on a myriad of problems, but they're usually well paid for it. Not only do they have to worry about and plan for, I would say, the big game, but they have to know their players' strengths, weaknesses, attitudes, and many other personality traits. Coaches push the athletes to be better than even the athletes themselves believe they can be. The coach is sometimes the key. To tell you about one such coach, here's Paul Harvey.
Now, the rest of the story. It's called Springfield College now, but 100 years ago in Springfield, Massachusetts, it was the International Young Men's Christian Association Training School, the YMCA Training School. In 1891, the institution's physical education department was brand new. Jim was to be among the school's first phys ed instructors. He was interviewed for the position in the office of Luther Gulick, school director. He was asked to tell a bit about himself. There really was not much to tell, said Jim. He was Canadian-born, a graduate of McGill University and Presbyterian Theological College in Montreal. Jim had also served as a director of phys ed at McGill. Director Gulick smiled. Jim, he said, was just right for the job. Oh, but there was one more thing. The director had an assignment for him. It was to be his first challenge as a member of the faculty. Jim announced that he would be eager to accept it. Maybe he should have waited until he heard the rest of the story, because in essence the director was distressed over winter collegiate athletic programs in general. Young athletes should greet baseball season, he thought, in top physical condition. The director insisted they should be ready to compete and win the very first thing each spring. Well, Jim promised that he would keep his class in shape over the winter. He'd keep his class in shape for baseball. All winter long he'd prepare them with gymnastics and calisthenics. That wasn't quite what Director Gulick had in mind. Not that he had anything against gymnastics and calisthenics. They simply did not maintain an athlete's competitive edge, nor did they keep him thinking strategically. What the director wanted was a training device which would sustain the momentum of fall football, the physical and mental momentum all through the winter until the first session of baseball practice. And that was Jim's assignment, to invent such a device. Jim said he would do his best, and the project became an obsession. He racked his brain to create an organized athletic activity which not only met Director Gulick's requirements, but also could be performed indoors during the worst of winter weather. And that very winter Jim succeeded. And the basic guidelines he established back then have remained essentially unchanged to this day. Soon after its creation at the YMCA Training School in Massachusetts, it became a popular activity in YMCAs all across the country, and then in educational institutions throughout the United States and Canada. And now it's difficult to imagine the world without it. And it all began that winter more than a century ago, when a fledgling phys ed instructor set out to bridge the athletic chasm between football and baseball in his school's small gymnasium. And with his only equipment, a standard soccer ball, and 2 peach baskets, now don't get ahead of me, a soccer ball and 2 peach baskets, he, 30-year-old James Naismith, became the father of the only major sport which is completely, utterly, originally all-American, basketball. And now you know the rest of the story.
Like the old saying, necessity is the mother of invention. It's amazing what we as humans can achieve when we put our minds to it, whether it be the ability to fly, finding a cure for a disease thought incurable, or in this case, a brand new sport. What can we achieve today? I'm Brad Dison. As Paul Harvey would say, good day.